Zion glory goes to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakah Kodash, double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone, citations unto the like men feeding the sheep of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, in sincerity and truth. This great gospel coming out of our Bible, man. We're going to get into this lesson about disinformation, false information, right? Esau is in this state. Esau is in the time of where full deception, right? Full deception. He's been trying to keep you from what? Knowing true information. Actually, the information, the knowledge and wisdom that you need. Information means that you need to be informed, right? Going knowledge, wisdom, understanding, right? What do you really need to be informed in? What? The scriptures, right? Everything really has to do with what? Your heritage, your bloodline, you serving your power. It has nothing to do with this wicked society and their politics and their bullshit, right? They got you stuck on stupid, following after their political madness. They got you thinking about abortion rights, gun rights, and and all these other things that really have nothing to do with what the Lord's about to do right now. We understand that this place must go down with violence, right? We understand that city is going to rise up against city, neighbor against neighbor, right? Realm against realm. So violence is part of the solution to this problem here we have in this society. And the problem is Esau and rulership. So his kingdom was built on blood. His kingdom gonna be taken down bloody, right? So now his job is to keep you in a state of confusion, a state of not knowing who you are, man. So the narrative, narrative right now is what the Hebrew Israelites are waking up to their nationality. That's what's happening in the face of the earth. But you waking up to your nationality, Esau got to push false information. What is he using? He's using his media, right? He's using his media, his news, right? He's setting up how can we say false, we'll call them agents of provocateurs, Kanye West type characters, right? They really, what's his agenda? That's what you got to ask yourself at the end of the day. What does that man have to benefit from what he is doing? What do we have to benefit from what we're doing? We get the kingdom of heaven. The elect, we get saved as a people, as a nation, starting with the 1/3, and the kingdom of heaven gets established. That's what we get for preaching this gospel. What does Kanye get for sending you clowns off, keeping you into their bullshit politics, right? Arguing about Republicans and Democrats that have nothing to do with us, man. Right? It's a disinformation, misinformation, right? They got you at one time they told you aliens. It's aliens coming from other planet. It was right. It was like a sci-fi. But now what are they telling you? There's actually something from another realm coming here that's been here. And they're showing you pictures of it. They're speaking about their military encountering these things. So what information is out here? The truth is out here. So Esau's trying to block it with what disinformation, false narratives, lies, right? It says disinformation, false information to mislead, especially government organizations, right? That's who's in control. And it's a lot of governments right now into this misinformation, right? It's disinformation, misleading people, right? It says hijacking and weaponizing the narrative. And that what they doing over in China. It says disinformation amid rising repression in East Asia. Where else we got this happening? It says domestic disinformation on the rise in Africa. A growing trend of domestic political actors deploying targeted disinformation schemes requires expanded facts-checking capacities in Africa in collaboration with social media organizations. I'm reading the book of Psalms 85 and 11. It says, truth shall spring out of the earth, and righteousness shall look down from heaven. That we got truth springing out of the earth, and the best way to try to combat this truth is what with disinformation, misleading the people, right? Plus, they've been doing that for a long time. They've been doing that for a long time with Cesare Borgia, right? With their so-called names for nations, names for groups of people, right? There's no such group of people as black people or white people, right? There's no such group of people as American people, right? These are names that was placed upon nations, right? For what? To mislead you, to so you don't know who you truly, your true nationality, right? So in the time of what? Psalms 85 and 11. Truth shall spring out of the earth, and righteousness shall look down from heaven. And what is Esau trying to do? Everything in his power, what? To combat against this truth, right? You got first, I'm gonna read First Timothy 4 and 1. And it reads, Now the Spirit speaketh expressly, that in the latter times some shall depart from the faith, giving heed to seducing spirits and doctrines of devils. That's what you got this devil pushing with his misinformation, disinformation, right? Doctrines of devils, false narratives, right? False theologies, right? When you go back to these Christian tales in the churches. First off, we know the Lord is not here to save all nations. The story don't even make no sense. And we know right now that the same people who he was claiming to be Christians, what they're claiming to be atheists now, right? The so-called Caucasian race is no longer a Christian people. Now they're more of a satanic people, more atheist people, right? A Scientology type people, right? And now our people are trying to follow their ways, and they don't put a lot of money into keeping you a dumb, deaf, and blind, right? Read Job 13 and 4. It says, But ye are forgers of lies, right? Esau done forged these lies and these um tales, right? And these false narratives, false theories, right? False imagery. And the motherfucker telling you weapons he don't got, right? It's a form of witchcraft. And he used it through what? To do fear. Because you know one thing you can do, man, the people, you can scare the shit out the people and keep them in check. Especially in people who's not going to look nothing up, man. That's you stupid ass people in this society. You don't believe in doing research, so it's easy for you to be misled and guided to your demise. Reader says, But ye are forgers of lies, ye are all physicians of no value. This devil can't help you, no, not one bit. His information is not information, right? You can't mix truth with lie. So what we know, we need 100% truth, and that's the gospel coming out of our Bible. I'm going to read this. It says, For the leaders of this people cause them to err, and they that are led of them are destroyed. And a lot of you people are led by who? The devil, right? You're led by imagery on television, false narratives. You're led by your news, fake news. You're led by your politicians, your wicked ass pastors, right? What they causing your ass to go off, right? They giving you misinformation. You got these agents, right? These 501c3 agents. They're misleading motherfuckers like a motherfucker. Disinformation people, disinformation specialists, right? The scriptures tell you the color of our Lord is a so-called dark-skinned man, but they'll have a picture of Cesare Borgia in a church. And these are your so-called noble men that you people go to in this society for what? For to be informed about the Lord, to learn about God, and what you're being misled. For the leaders of this people cause them to err, and they that are led of them are destroyed. I'm reading 2nd Esdras 15 and 10. Behold, my people is led as a flock to the slaughter. I'm reading it again. Behold, my people is led as a flock to the slaughter. Yeah, especially here in Babylon the Great, Egypt, spiritual Sodom, spiritual Egypt. There's all type of philosophies that could lead you to your demise here in Babylon the Great, right? This whore, right? This is a do what thou wilt spot, right? People worship anything, people follow anything, right? Motherfuckers work. This is a special ed society, a special education society, what we call it, a public full system raised society. Why you think the rich people, they don't send their children to the same school as you public full people? Because I grew up in the public full system, but we chose not to pay too much attention to that bullshit through the power of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, because the Lord had the true knowledge for us, which is the scriptures. Yeah, we only got what we needed to learn through that school, because they're not teaching you true knowledge and wisdom. They're training you to be a better citizen for the future, right? Read Second Esdras. They're training you to take a RFID chip. They're training you to accept homosexuality, transgenderism, right? That's witchcraft, right? Sorcery. That's the only thing you're learning from these schools now. Behold, my people is led as a flock to the slaughter. I will not suffer them now to dwell in the land of Egypt. So what's the Lord going to do? The Lord's going to destroy Babylon the Great, which is spiritual Egypt. And he's going to deliver his people up out of it. I'm reading the book of Ephesians 5 and 15. See then that ye walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise. Yeah, you got to use wisdom. You can't just believe everything you hear and follow every bullshit, right? Because this is a society which says if they can, they will deceive the very elect. But it's not possible. It's not possible because the Lord got that hedge around our hearts, which is our minds, not to fall victim to what this bullshit. Proverbs 18 and 15, the heart of the prudent getteth knowledge, and the ear of the wise seeketh knowledge. Yeah, that's our main thing, right? We're watchmen. We're also we're also set up to continue to learn these scriptures, man. You never know enough in these scriptures, right? Because you got to continue learning. This is not an ending process. Oh, I've learned enough. I don't need to learn no more. No, it's a continual thing, and you got to continue to go over the things that you done learned before, so you don't forget them, right? So we're continually seeking knowledge, and what true knowledge? Not that E equals MC squared bullshit. Not Esau. What did Esau deal with in Esau be using what's that bullshit called? These goddamn devils. Theories and shit, right? They got a theory on something. It hasn't been proven. There's no facts to it. This is just something they don't put like 455 billion years ago, the dinosaur. Man, where the hell did you get this fucking number from? Right? Where the hell did you get this number from? These devils are tripping. That's not true knowledge and wisdom, right? Those encyclopedias, man, Esau was pushing out. That was not true knowledge and wisdom. Some of them was holding just historical records, but that's not knowledge and wisdom and understanding. The knowledge, wisdom, and understanding is coming out of these scriptures, and it's only given to who? Israelites. It's only given to Israelites. I'm reading Hosea 4 and 6. My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge, right? Because thou hast rejected knowledge, I will also reject thee. Yeah, how did you reject knowledge, man? Because this is the truth, right? The prophets are speaking with a mouthpiece of Yahweh Hashem Shai speaking to his people. And you're rejecting this, and you rather go fucking listen to some stupid ass motherfuckers on the news who's telling you to do this, who's saying to do that. Next thing you know, your ass done drop dead unexpectedly, right? Unexpectedly, like the people you see right now all over the world, unexpectedly dropping dead. That's the new thing. Why? Because you didn't take heed to the prophets. You rather listen to these misleaders, right? This disinformationers, right? The send off Sammers. And they got you. They got you. I'm reading. My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. Hosea 4, verse 6. My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge, because thou hast rejected knowledge. I will also reject thee, that thou shalt not be no priest to me. Seeing thou hast forgotten the law of thy power, I will also forget thy children. Yeah, it's gonna get very bad out here, man. Shalom.